welcome back to Don't Think the Box. I have today Upcrate's April box for you, or me, actually for me. So let's get to it. Maybe it's just me getting more experienced, but I do find this box easier to open every time I have one. Okay. I don't want to rob you of the first look, so far for easier to open. There's already two things showing up. Markers. We'll put these here. Box aside, let's check the letter. A postcard. Keep calm and get inky. Alright, I like ink. Some stickers. The Upcrate battle cry is optimism. We all need some in these times. Actually, there's some more stuff. Maybe I should get that out of the box first. We have a piece of cloth. Some strings. Note. Oh, it's about the paper. Let's check that out. The co-captain art piece of this month. It's really cute. Bird. Who doesn't like birds? And then a few different sets of paper. Like this is more of a watercolor mixed media sort of paper. Maybe I should check the supplies list. They only mentioned something about the transparent paper, which we have. Ideal for tracing. But then we also have some like normal sketching paper and then some heavier cream colored paper, which they say nothing about. We'll see what we can do with that. And this is about the mold paper, which is probably like the heavier paper. Interesting. Snip. I was going to say something about the orange packaging, but my editor-in-chief and executive producer, aka husband, says I complain about orange already way too much, so I haven't said anything. Okay, this is really cute. It's Lino druk, like ink for printmaking, and we get a little roller and two block. Like this is proper linoleum for cutting. And then we have also like, it says artist's carving block. And then a handle. And then three sets. No, not sets, but three. I'll open it up. 4 cutting blades. That's really neat. Okay. This is really cool. I'll give you some more technical explanations. This is an inking roller. What you do with it is you get a board or a tile and you put your ink on that, and then you roll it out with the inking roller and then ink your cut out piece, and then you can print it. We get 4 different shapes for wide cutting, and like this is a really broad one, and this is a very, very fine one. So you can get details, and we can get details, and we can get big surfaces. Nito, artist carving block, soft and flexible, very good for precise line definition, can be cleaned and reused. Can also be used with water-soluble and serigraphic inks. And what did we get? We get an Aqua Lino print ink in Ivory black. High quality organic and inorganic pigments, very light, fast. Okay, that's important. Transparent paper is perfect for tracing and drawing with pencil, chalk and ink. Oh, so they probably gave us the transparent paper to make the drawing on, so we can transfer it onto the block or the Lino pad or the paper. No, the paper is probably to print. Oh, the paper and the cloth will be to print stuff on. Okay. And turn the paper for our different gimmick. Oh, they add, since this is full on epidemic time, they add some instructions to make your own mask, which is why we have gotten the cloth and elastic. That's actually pretty cool. I thought the cloth was meant to print something on. Actually, maybe I can still do that. They always send something that they don't mention on the paper. Something extra. 2 Graphmaster alcohol markers with a bullet nib and a chisel tip. Ooh, that's really broad. And smelly, but not like bad smell, but just like you smell the alcohol. Some people really like that. I'm in between. I mean, I don't hate the smell of alcohol markers, but I'm not like one of those people who would spend their school hours sniffing alcohol markers either. Let me just get... I'll just swatch it on this notepad. Ooh. I actually like the color on the page better than I like the cap. Does it say what color this is? Ooh, this is mahogany and this is cream. It's really nice on the paper. Oof. This one also, I like it a lot more on the page than the color of the cap is not something that I would go for usually, but on the page it's like this walnutty brown. That's really cute. Okay. I'll try and add a little bit to this video during the weekend, in which I will be making a print. Fast forward a few days. I'm very happy. First of all, the materials were actually quite easy to work with. I've done a Lino cutting class once before, and I remember it being 1, not easy, and 2, that I wasn't very good at it. But actually, I had a lot of fun doing this. I just made a quick sketch on the artist carving block, and then just started cutting, and it went like a dream. Even applying the ink was actually easier than I remember, because anytime that I attempt a thing like this at home, I don't want to bother with the ink and the inking roller, and I just use a stamp pad. But actually this went very, very well. even cleaning off the ink went super easy. So I have no complaints whatsoever about this box, except for maybe the paper that they supplied, because tracing paper, I understand, I didn't use it, but I understand that I would send it because it's actually easier if you want to cut some text. If you just write it on tracing paper first and then transfer it to your block, you get it in mirror writing, so that when you print it, you can actually read what you have written. But the other pages, I used one to make the print, which reminds me, I've made 2 prints. One I will be sending to my mother-in-law along with the materials for the mask, which I said I was going to make myself, but let's be honest, I suck at sewing and I don't have a sewing machine. So my mother-in-law, who is very, very good at sewing and has plenty of sewing machines, will probably be a lot happier with it than I am. And what was I saying now? I forgot. The paper. So, but the other papers, I really don't know. It seems like they also sent us some sheets of marker paper. Well, we also got some markers, but it was a bit out of key. It didn't seem to fit in with the other materials. Even the markers, which I have tested and was very happy with. Because I like the colors. I can't seem to use them together with the ink, because the printing ink that they sent us is water-based and the markers are alcohol-based. And I don't know. I mean, I like the markers, but they didn't seem to fit in with the other materials, which by no means means that this is a bad box. It's just like sort of extra item and not something to actually use alongside with the other items. If somebody wants the other print that I made, leave a comment or send a direct message. And yeah, bye.